My name is Shelley Bailey. I'm the current board president for the Concho Valley Adult Protective Services Partners Board, and I wanted to share with you a little bit of why I do serve on the board and what it means to me. I serve because APS does help in emergency situations with our vulnerable populations, meeting the needs that they have for repairs, equipment, supplies, other things that maybe other organizations are out of money or funds to assist with or are unable to assist with. And that can be anything from utility assistance to pay off past due bills, or even help getting into apartment things that are needed by the vulnerable population. We hold the Heart of Texas conference every year except for this year due to COVID, and in that conference we provide CEUs for our licensed social workers and raise funds for providing these services to our clients. We also have the Gifts of Gold every year, which is where we make sure that every client in our service area has a Christmas gift. If they're, on the caseload, they get something special from Adult Protective Services, and they don't go without having a gift at, Christmas time. And sometimes gifts are something that we take for granted. Simple things like socks or toilet paper, paper towels, blankets, just the bare necessities are sometimes what they covet the most. Basically, we like to fight the misconception of the community that APS workers will remove a client from their home or place them in a facility or charge a family member with abuse or neglect. The primary goal of APS is to leave a vulnerable person in the community as long as possible. And so I feel like when we're serving, we're reaching out and letting people know what the real reason we're available for. But thank you for stopping in to watch the senior series, and I hope that you gain a lot of knowledge and education from that and are able to help someone in your life.
Shandy Child, she volunteers for the APS board because she feels it's important to do what we can for our seniors. With hospice, she sees what a huge resource APS can be for her patients. People often feel it's just for neglect, which in some cases it's true. However, they do a lot more. I have seen them assist with housing, air conditioning, heating, medications, groceries, and so much more. APS is such an amazing organization, and they do such great things to make sure our seniors are cared for. It is very rewarding to help raise funds to help them continue to provide services to our seniors in need. Leanne Brooks, this is her second year serving on the Concho Valley APS Partners Board. Our focus is on making an impact by raising funds and awareness to benefit the Concho Valley APS program. Our most vulnerable population, those 65 years and older, and those with disabilities 18 years and older, finding themselves victims of neglect, abuse, or exploitation, depend on the dedicated staff of APS. We want to impact those clients' lives with resources to better their situation. The board has several new and exciting things happening, so stay tuned and consider being part of our adventures. Vicki Lowry. As a new member of the board, she believes in serving the APS board because she can see the vulnerability of our elderly population and those persons with disability, and believe that the services we provide at the APS Partners Board will help them live in the community independently longer. Thank you for allowing me the time to tell you who I am and why I joined the APS Partners Board of the Concho Valley. My name is Margie Hernandez Valle. I work for Veritas Health Services, providing remote patient monitoring for West Texas. My love for our senior population started when I worked for Shannon Federal Credit Union. Some of our members would come in and chat with me, and I just loved hearing their stories. Our seniors seem to be a very different and much appreciated, different view than we do. I then went to work for the Texas Department of Human Services, determining eligibility for food stamps and AFDC. It was heart-wrenching to see a senior eligible for only $10 a month for food stamps, and yet what a gracious manner they had for anything they would receive. This is where I first met APS workers. I thought, oh gosh, what a hard job. Seeing daily people like our grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, and friends having such a hard time. I was shocked to hear how other people would hurt them, cheat and scam them, lie and steal from them. I could not imagine seeing and handling that daily. I also did not know all that APS can do for our seniors at the time. 7 years later, in Dallas, I started working in healthcare. First, I coordinated care with TDHS and their clients, making sure they were receiving quality attendant care. I then came back to San Angelo and started working for home health, where our company provided nursing and therapy to patients in their home. It is here that I really began to see more of what APS could do. Opened my eyes. APS is not here to take away your loved one and place them in a home. They are here to make sure you are safe in your home, providing all forms of assistance from food, home repairs, maintenance, clothing, hygiene necessities, and the list goes on. The conditions we see are heartbreaking. I met an APS worker, Ernie Dotson, who taught me some individuals choose to live a different way than you or I would see fit. This is their choice. APS helped me to understand that. I was able to help their loved ones and others see this about APS. I then started becoming a champion for APS workers. The red tape, the hours, the stress they go through to try and keep someone safe, their cars they have supplies on hand for emergencies, they pay for taxis for someone getting out of the hospital and that does not have a ride, and no one there to help them, provide toothbrushes, haircuts, baths, clothing if needed. These things can turn a person's life around. Being clean, feeling human, no longer being ostracized from the public, incontinence supplies, imagine not having that. Wow, I was blown away with all the information and what an APS worker goes through and does. I then had the opportunity to participate at the APS annual Heart of Gold Tech conference as a vendor. It was there I met more people like Ernie with the same passion to care for our seniors. Jody Sabaka starting talking about the APS Partners Board and what an amazing opportunity they had had. Describing the ability to help raise additional funds to help provide support and additional resources to the workers and their clients. Bam! I was hooked. Sign me up. I wanted to be a part of this. I expressed interest and was invited to join a board meeting. I then joined without hesitation. What an honor to be able to serve the board and workers. Please reach out to any of the board members if you have questions or interest in being part of one of the best services the Concho Valley has to offer. Thank you for your time. We look forward to you visiting our page. We will be providing information through our senior series throughout the year. If there are any topic you would be interested in, please send us a message. Spread the word. It's the highest form of flattery. Have a wonderful day. Hey everybody, my name is Jeffrey and I am an APS Partners board member. I've been on the board for almost a year now and I serve currently as the treasurer of the board. What interested me in joining was I've gone to the APS Heart of Texas conference, the one that typically happens in the fall, but unfortunately due to COVID we were unable to this year, hence the senior series that you are listening to today. So I joined the board mainly because I'm very passionate about helping our seniors, especially the seniors that live in Concho Valley and Tom Green County. I think there is a large population of seniors which is exploited primarily just due to their living arrangements or financially. Maybe they don't have the right insurance, they're unable to pay their rent, unable to buy the basic necessities like groceries, toiletries, things like that. And I think it's really important that the younger generation steps up and gives back to that older generation because at the end of the day, they have paved the way for us to live the life we want, and so it's our duty to give back to them. And as a younger generation, I really wanted to be involved. And when the opportunity came up to join the board, I thought, heck, what a better way to do it than to be on the APS Partners Board. After seeing everything that APS does, it's really eye-opening at how much work those APS workers do with all their clients. And they answer the phone nonstop. They're trying to provide them with everything that they possibly could need to live a safe and healthy life in their home and remain there independent. But in addition, they do several other things. Like I've seen them help pay for bug extermination fees. I've seen them help pay for groceries, get them briefs, get them basic food to get through on the weekend when it comes in as an emergency case. And that's where we, as the APS Partners Board, comes in to help with as well. So we are a 501c3, which is also a nonprofit for those that don't understand all the numbers and all that mumbo jumbo. So we are a nonprofit raising funds primarily to help bridge the gap for the APS workers when the state guidelines do not allow them to buy for that client. An example being most recently, we had a patient or a client, sorry, that needed bug extinguishing services, and the state would not, unfortunately, pay for that due to their guidelines and regulations that they have to follow. So that's where us as a nonprofit came in. The worker reached out to us and my fellow board members and said, I need this paid for a client. Can we please have it paid for? Are there funds available? Thankfully, due to your generous donations, we did have funds available and we were able to pay for that. Since the client has now had the bug extinguishing services and can continue to live in her home safely without having the fear of having to move, as well as having bugs in her home. Something that we see all too often here is things like that. So that's where we, as the APS Partners Board, comes into play, and we really hope you enjoy the senior series that we're launching today. It will be going over every single month with a specific topic. Next month, we are going to be focused on financial exploitation, since it is Financial Exploitation Awareness Month. With a little more information about that will be coming sooner down the pipeline, as well as our following calendar months and what we have planned. Again, this is a COVID replacement, should you, for the APS General Heart of Texas conference that we do every year. So go ahead and like the Concho Valley APS Partners Board page, share it to your personal page. If you have any friends that could benefit from understanding the services we provide or learning from them, please go ahead and send them our way. We're always open for questions all the time. Go ahead and message us on Facebook. Send us an email on the link on the Facebook page. And we really appreciate you watching today. And we hope you get a lot out of the senior series to come. Have a good day, everybody.